Never. Second eyes
Canada. What's with Canada? We got great big cities, but a lot of trees and rocks. Yeah, the winter's cold.
Welcome to the channel. I'm Gerald, and this is Trekking with Taz. This trek is going to be on an old horse trail built by OTTO ELDEN back in the 1940s to access the Mount Lamori area. If you didn't see my previous video, we spent 4 days in the area reconning and cutting the trail out. Mother Nature had reclaimed the trail, but we have it cut out now and accessible for people. This trail was called the Donkey Trail, and you can find it in the Backroads, British Columbia book. But as I say, it was non-existent. There was so much blowdown you couldn't get through, but it is once again cut out and ready for people. Not to rehash my rant on my previous video about the trail, but due to a friend on social media pointing it out to us, we'd heard about it, but he got us back looking at it, and now we've brought it back from nowhere. And without social media and people being in touch, I fear it would have been lost for a long time. We made a tremendous amount of mistakes finding this trail and cutting it out and stuff, so we went through the hard parts so the next people can go up there and actually enjoy what's up there. It was very difficult at points. We got so far a track from where we should have been. We were going straight up the mountain, and wasn't easy, but we've since made a track out from the lake down through the gully that was the original horse trail, and there's no doubt that that's the easiest way in and way back out. I will attach some video from previous treks there, some of the nastiness that we went through to try and find the trail before we were on the right track. We have had a lot of feedback on this trail since people knew that we were cutting it out or got it cut out, so I think there's a big interest to get back into there, so hopefully this is just the start of it, and some more people will take up the challenge to keep the trail open and open up the parts of it that we didn't really open, where we just did the bushwhacking. For those that may be looking at the map book, we camped up by the upper three lakes. You go up through the gully to get up to the upper three lakes. I do realize that on the Backroads book, it shows the Donkey Trail heading over to Mount Lamori. We didn't go find that part of the horse trail, but there's definitely horse trail all the way up to these three lakes. And at one time, for sure, it went around. We didn't chase it all the way out to see how far it went, but we did find parts of it. Okay, let's have a look at the video. Here we are at the start of our hike into the trail we've been cutting. This is how you get in there. Start at Heart Lake Provincial Park Campground. You go right on past it, go 3 kilometers and park on Mountain Creek. And then you have to walk up the tracks from there. You'll get to see that, but this is the beginning of it. So let's go have a look at that country. Fairly wet, but it's solid underneath. I'm just driving my gravel. I've been in here multiple times. It's not an issue. You will see a lot of these water holes on this road. It is very hard. There's this spot you just carry right on past and down to Mountain Creek. Almost ready to go here from Mountain Creek. We've chicken wired the vehicle up. This year we've seen a lot of porcupines everywhere we've been. Haven't seen any here yet, but we're going to be gone for a few days, so there's no sense in taking a chance. We got the chicken wire with us, so we're all done. Just ready to put on our packs and head up the mountain. head up in behind that mountain up there. Go around and up in the back. That's where we're headed today. We are off on our first backpack into Mount Lamori and see what we find up there. Hopefully bliss. Okay, let's do this. So here it is. About a kilometer up the track is the trail that we cut out. It's called the Donkey Trail in Backroads, British Columbia. And now we're going to see if we can get up to the mountain now. Hopefully, we know we're good as far as the meadow, but after the meadow we're not sure what we might run into. Hopefully it should be pretty good, but we will see. We're back a ways now. We're into where we did some serious cutting. As you can see, trail is really easy to navigate now, so not to concern yourself. Come out here and enjoy it. You can see it looks like a real trail now. It very definitely did not first time we were in here at all. But now it's like a real trail. Looks like it needs a bunch of people on it. Okay, we're through to this hill that we got to climb up to the horse trail. You see the ribbons? We're just gonna have a drink here and then we'll head up to the top of that hill, pick up the horse trail. Haven't been doing much videoing. We're chopping a lot of Devil's Club and putting up a lot of ribbons down a little further, make it better for those behind us. We should be coming out to the height of land here soon on this old horse trail that we're on now. It just takes a bit. Oh, we made the meadow again. Whew. A little bite to eat, and then we'll carry on and get over the ridge. Just making our way through the meadow now over to the ridge. Found what may either be an old horse trail or a real serious game trail. Hard to tell, but it's helping us get over there a bit. She is thick down in here. Anybody comes in after us, we'll probably have to use our track to get through. Things have grown up a lot since our first trip in here. I'm not sure what it's going to be like. I don't know if you can tell. Up quite a ways up a steep hill. And we still got quite a ways to go. Maybe a third of what we've done to top out, and then from there we're not really sure yet. Whew. Geez, tough going though. We have finally busted out enough. We found the old horse trail. Hopefully we can follow it all the way back down and find a good route out of here, because we bushwhacked and went straight up. So I mean, everything's overgrown, but as long as the route's good, it's not bad. Not sure what we're looking at. We've been pounding it up through here for so long now. Have no idea even exactly where we're at this point. Whew. It's not pretty going up here. Ooh. Getting a little dicey. Gonna do a little scrambling along in here. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna get some better stuff, I think. Whew.
Come on, get your foot up there. Yeah, how do you get up here? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Stupid. Well, I couldn't even go down that. That's downright sketchy for me.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Like really crazy.
Go back and try to more.
Not down a cliff like that. That was, it was okay, but it was iffy.
Sketch. I
Yeah.
agree.
Well, and so many of the reaches are so long, I'm sure I couldn't get to them. I was using branches and rocks and whatever to pull myself up, but you can't do that going down. Like they're just lakes to us, right? But I think you're right. This looks like a pretty decent way down. So I think you made a good call. You can see in the distance there the middle lake. We're closing in on it. That's where we're planning on camping tonight, if we can find a spot to camp beside it. Whew. So we should be able to get set up before dark. That'll be nice. My big concern, always being set up before it's dark. Don't have to play around in the dark. Down to the water now. Haven't found any place to camp yet, but we'll look at. Maybe over there. Flat spot over there, maybe. I'll have a look at that. God, I don't know. Hard to say. Well, we made it to our destination. We're set up. That's Mark's X Mid 2 from Durston. And this is my brand new X Dome 2 from Durston that it's on its maiden voyage. So far I'm liking it, but don't really know. We're camped here at the lake out at Mount Lamore. It was a struggle to get here, no doubt about it. If we can find that horse trail that used to be here, that would be good, but we found parts of it and that was it. So we will see. For today, that's it. How you doing, Mark?
Doing great. We're here.
We're here. Don't know what you can see out there. Probably not much. It's about 11 o'clock. Call it a night. Gonna climb a mountain tomorrow, so time to go to bed. See you in the morning. Well, it's morning. Ooh, wasn't a great night, but it was okay. Ooh, try to get organized, get our act together, go do something today. I think we're going to go up there this morning. Look around, see from there. Having a little tea and breakfast here. Back up away from the lake just a little bit. It's still windy out there. It's cool along the lake, but we got a spot here that doesn't get a lot of wind, so that's the place. Okay, we got our backpacks packed. We've had something to eat, and it's time to go up there and get a view, see what the country looks like. We haven't figured out the best way up yet, but Mark has painted a route that we think will work. So it's just a matter of going to find out. Pretty marshy and boggy here along the lake. You gotta really pick your way around, so we're not in a hurry, so we'll slowly get through without trying to get too out of boots. And get over to that ridge. See if we can get up it. See what there is to see up there. You can see my tent anyway, across the lake where we were camped. And Mark found a little game trail. Hopefully that'll help us get up the hill. So that game trail Mark found is actually an old horse trail for sure. We even found a very, very old campfire pit. So maybe before we get out of here, we're going to find a bigger route, or a better route, to get up here. We've left the horse trail now, and we're going to find our own way up this ridge. Oh, Mark's hollering like he found the trail again. Huh. We'll see. That's the lake below us that we were camped at. If you look above that, there's another lake, and if you look way over here, there's another lake. Interesting. And we're a ways up here now. Hopefully it goes a good course. We're probably 3/4 of the way up. We just got to get up through this draw, and then we should be up on the lower part of the ridge anyway. See what goes from there. We're looking down on the lakes and come to the conclusion that's Mount Lamore, and the horse trail actually goes up that valley towards us, so we're a valley over. I'm not sure what we're going to do about it, but we certainly the route we took is not where people should go. We'll see if we can figure that one out yet. But nice up here anyway. Climbing up through the rocks here. A little easier going because it's not nearly as steep as it was down below. But all in all, it hasn't been a bad climb at all compared to going through all that shin tangle. Getting better and better views of the Murray Range, the lakes. That stone over there reminds me of the Guardian Rock up on Kakwa. So rock hopping here, make sure everything's tight. Magnificent. This looks to be the best way to get across here, and then we can ridge out on the other side. Have to pick our way through here. Some of these rocks are loose, so some 5-second heart attacks here. Okay, we kind of come up above here. Found some snow up here. We're into some easier going. But we should be able to follow the ridge line now. Looks like the snowballs. He's not done with winter yet. So we're almost as high as you can get over here. Almost topped off. See what we have for view when we get there. Yeah, mountain tarn up here. Mark said there was one that he saw in Gaia, so we found it. We'll probably go down past it later and do those other ridges. We'll see. Kind of got a plan here. We're up. We'll have some bush to bushwhack, but mostly we're going to do ridge lines. Whew. Getting close to topping out on one of the ridges here. See what we have for a view. It's pretty good. It's a pretty decent view. Definitely can't complain with that. Ooh. So we made a decision. This mountain is unnamed, so we're naming it. As we search it all out, we're calling it TNT Mountain. So from now on, that's what it is. That's Mount Lamori right there. Don't know that we'll get over there. We're ended up on a whole different trail than where we should have been. But look at my sheep mount. The big looks like a cairn up top there. Somebody's put a lot of time in collecting rocks in that one. This next ridge over a bit. So we have to go up and have a look and see what it is, and if it's a cairn, put our rock on it. Well, we're over to that rock cairn. Not sure how they're accessing it, whether they accessed it the way we did or not. They back rocks for ways to do this.
Right there.
Yeah, there's Heart Lake. must be a trailer that coming off the lake. It's not much sign of it come the way we were. But what's disappointing is Mark did find some broken glass. There's another piece here. I can't believe people come up, bring glass bottles and smash them up here. Disappointing. Okay, we're gonna head down and across. Get up onto some of those other ridges over there. We're having fun with this, so sorry about that. Stuff tangled up all over here. Yeah, find our way across and up onto those ridges and see what kind of views we have up there. Yeah, wandering along under this cliff face. We're going to get down to that tarn. It's a little slippery here right now. Wet moss on top of the rocks. Not the best footing, that's for sure. Get down to a small little tarn down here too. Work our way around it and up on that ridge over there. Cool as that. Yeah, across another one of the ridges out here. See what our view is from here. Trusted another ridge. Somebody's been here before us. Let's see what the view is off of here. Pretty steep cliff off this side.
Oh yeah, this is all straight.
Here's the view from the other peak. That over there should be Solitude, I would think, but I'm positive on that. And you can see down in Pine River. And Bickford over there. And up the valley, Mount Lamourie just in behind here. Yeah, Nether Cairn, topped over Nether Peak. This should be somewhat above Cosmic Falls. Won't be able to see them, I'm sure, but speculating that it's that area. There's Heart Lake right there. Cosmic Falls got to be just over here. Oh, pretty good view across to Mount Lamourie there. Not perfect weather for picture taking or anything, but it's still pretty nice up here. We're just going to walk all the ridges back around. See what we can see. See the way this rock is formed and all these little layers like that. It's kind of wild. Mark's making his own cairn out of a rock. Nice walking through here. Lots of view. Well worth the hike up. A little bit steep where we come up, but I suspect that there's a trail coming up from somewhere near Heart Lake with all these cairns and stuff. I doubt everybody's come up the way we did because it wasn't really pleasant. Lots of it was very unpleasant, so I suspect there's a better route. And it looks like it when you're looking from above down below there. Pretty easy going, getting up. Across this nice ridge. And then there's one more to go. Clouds have lifted a little, you can see a little more of the mountains. Last high point. Mount Lamori again. Absolutely great view of the lakes. You probably can't see them with the GoPro, but our tents are down there on the lake. There's 1, 2, 3. They all kind of connect. Mount Murray Range back there. Fantastic view. We go back to the rocks that we clambered through coming up. Now we're headed down. We know we're going to hit some steeper stuff. We'll see if we can find a decent way down through it. The view out there is really nice. Great luck down there. That's beauty. About to drop down through the steep section. One last little look around lakes, mountains. You see Mark dropping down in there. So now we need to pay some attention. It's pretty steep in there. Making her down this grade here. You probably can't tell how steep it is, but it's really steep. We think we found our way out tomorrow. Pretty sure the old horse trail come right up through here, through this gully. So we'll check it out when we go out tomorrow. We know that there's lots of old horse trail around, just so many spots where it doesn't show itself, so this is the only likely place for a horse to go up. Well, tomorrow we'll find out. So tomorrow is looking good for us. It's not that far and it's not that hard to get to that draw, and that draw doesn't look too hard to get down. It'll save us all that steep climbing that we did coming in, now that we know that exists. Our lake is right there. We'll be there shortly, and we've got a plan for tomorrow, so we don't have to be panicking what we're going to do. It should be easy. Well, easy relative to how hard it was coming in. Not easy. Well, we were back at camp. So we spent several hours up there doing all the ridges way back, all the way back to Heart Lake, and we just come out. Found the horse trail out of here for tomorrow, and now we're back at the lake. We're going to make some lunch. It's time to have a little bite to eat. Ooh, good day. Good day so far. Yeah, we had ourselves a little lunch, a little chicken noodle soup, and now we're going to go explore some more. See what we can figure out. There goes Mark. We're just going to go bushwhack our way over. We have bushwhacked through and head over to the first lake. We'll look to see what our neighbor lake is like. Not sure where we'll go from here, but lots of little islands on it.
We can camp in that one. Let's swim out.
Interesting. I'm gonna move it along the lake here. There's a ridge in behind. We're not sure where we're headed. We're just doing a little exploration here. So from that first lake, we're thinking of crossing. This creek goes to the second lake at some point. And we were thinking of crossing and going up, but just didn't see a really good spot over there. So now we're back in the other end again. And we'll see what we get ourselves into over here. We were back at camp. We did get to the other lake, but anything was ugly. It was it's just really thick up there. We had to go have a look, but wouldn't suggest anybody else does. Don't think it's worth it. Decided to go for a little stroll, see if we can find that third lake. You know, there's this bit of a horse trail along here, and then we'll lose it. But I can only think that they had the horse trail to get to the lake, so if we look hard enough, we should be able to re-find it again when we lose it. If not, we'll bushwhack to the lake. When we followed the horse trail off and on, we lose it, and then we just bushwhack a bit, meet up with it again. And we're not sure if we're on it or not, but we're at the meadow that's just closing in on the lake, so whether this is the right spot or not, that's perfect. We're going to get there. Okay. Here we are at the end of the lake. Lake number 3. So we've kind of seen everything it has to offer in this section. Decent sized lake. Don't know if there's any fish in these lakes, but biggest of the 3. Nice. Yeah, there's not even really camp or anything here. There's no sign of a camp here anyway, but there's a bucket. Some gourmet cooking going on here. Mark's going to cook himself up some spaghetti and meat sauce, and I'm going to cook up some yellow curry with chicken and rice. We earned it. 5-star. That's supper right there. Smells good. And licking your spoon's good. So I think we're dining 5-star. Get any better than that? About 10 after 10 or so. We're going to be calling our night here in a minute. It was a good day. We covered all the lakes, got up on the ridge. But tomorrow it's time to go home. Well, that's it for today. Day's over. Home day. Like 6:30 in the morning. She was windy all night. Windy valley these few days. That'll make for cool walking. Just have a little breakfast and then think I'll pack it up and stuff. You know, got things knocked down. Next on 2's down. I will say I loved everything about that tent. Really glad I bought it. We've had lots of wind. It stood up well to everything. So great little tent. Okay, we're all done in there. Tents are down. We're good to go. and to start our trek out of here on the new trail. See how that goes. Hopefully we find a better route out than the one we come in on. Okay, this is the notch that we're going to go down through to the bottom today. See how that works out. It is obviously the only way the horses can get up here, so pretty sure it's the old horse trail. Yeah, this is going really good. This is little doubt how they bring the horses up here for sure. But when you don't have any information on how to get anywhere, you just have to figure it out as you go. That's kind of what we've been doing. We'll have a little more information to give other people that are coming here, so they don't have to go through all the trials and tribulations that we went through to get to where we are. Go down a little lower in the gap now, and we've seen some cut branches and stuff, so I was pretty much positive this was the horse trail, but it's confirmed now. This is where they were coming up with the horses. I'm not sure what's going to happen when we get down below. We'll figure that out when we get there. The horse trail doesn't drop down anymore. It just side hills here. And there's ribbons on it. We've seen a few ribbons on it, so we know exactly what this is. And from the looks of it, the original ridge that we come out of the meadow will meet somewhere on that ridge. So going to be a limited amount of climbing or up and down compared to the other direction, and I would say much safer. There was lots of sketchy stuff the other way and lots of obnoxious stuff, and this just isn't too bad at all. And there's another ribbon you can see. So yeah, we're in the right place. We're back into the timber a bit again. Just saw another ribbon, so we know we're in the right place. You lose the track off and on, but that's for lots of reasons. A little bit of blow down the ride around it, or things have grown up, but all in all, you find it soon. And with our track, you couldn't really go wrong anyway. Doing a little bit of bushwhacking now. We did lose the horse trail, but compared to everything that we did coming in here, this was good. If you're following us, you have to follow the track. And we found a ribbon, so we've got back to the horse trail, but we did lose it for a while. So not exactly sure why, but that's okay. Yeah, there's a ribbon. Okay, we've met a trail that we were on coming up, marked. That's the direction you should go. That's the direction we did go, and we got up on that steep hill. It was obnoxious up there. There's not a good trail through here, but if you follow our track over to the gully and then follow the gully up, you just can't go wrong. There's a horse trail over there. If someone was to spend an hour or something just clearing over to there, it would be beauty. But I think that's going to have to be somebody else. We've kind of beat ourselves to death here. We're going down a different way than we went up. But this looks like a horse trail for sure. So it's not marked or anything, but it's been chewed up pretty good. So it's just far easier than bushwhacking. I don't know exactly where it's going to bring us out. But we'll find out. And then next people going will know. And they can save themselves a little bit of torture. We are back, at the meadow. We did get into some ugly stuff a few places, but all in all, I mean, if anybody's following our track, you're going to do some bushwhacking, but really there's some good stuff too. There's some nasty stuff, but you'll meet up with good stuff and you'll be able to make lots of time. And if you can find better ways from one spot to the next, not get caught up in the tangle, that's even better. I mean, we've never been here before, so we're just trying to find our way. If we went back, we'd look for a way around that. But yeah, we went all the way up that ridge and over and stuff when we went in, and that was not the way to go at all. It was definitely the wrong way to go, but here we are. This is our trail back to the section that we chopped and sawed from here on out, so it should be pretty smooth sailing. It's not going to be perfect, but you know, better than some of the other places. And we should be back at the vehicle within an hour and a half, probably, maybe 2 hours. Been an easier trip down than up, that's for sure. We're just dropping down that log at the bottom there. That's the very bottom of this thing, and then we're go a little bit of a tour through the bush, and we'll come out on the main trail that we logged out. So we're flying. We'll be out of here before you know it. And I think the trail's in as good a shape as we're going to make it anyway. I hope people use it, but at least we got to go do what we wanted to do, so we would have never got there if we didn't log that bottom section off. Just too much work to get up there. Yeah, an easy 4K the flat. So here we are on the last part. This will be the part that we did the most serious cutting on. There's lots of stuff, but it's going to be worth it coming out now. We'll just fly out of here. And more bear droppings. The bear's starting to use it. You can see on this lower part of the trail, you can literally fly. Anything that was in the way, we cut out of the way, and pretty much anyway. Guess we left the odd one, but nothing that you can't step over. It's interesting, in the previous 4 days we've been out here clearing trail and doing recons, we haven't really seen any fresh moose sign at all. And now today they found this trail. Cow and calf are using it up and down the trail. What a bonus. Easy way for them to get back and forth, and they'll keep the trail beat down for us. Go back onto the old road again. Finally. As you can see, it's in good shape. Shouldn't take us long to get out of here. It's funny, Mark and I were just talking. Coming down this trail, now that it's all cut out, smoothed out, and brushed out, it almost feels like you're not hiking after what we did up above. We did some heavy bushwhacking, some real sketchy and ignorant stuff, some of it. But all this is, you just kind of focus ahead and just keep moving and just go. We are back out to the trailhead. There's the tracks. The trailhead sign. 1 kilometer back to the vehicle. She was a good day. Actually, it was a good 3 days. We saw pretty much anything we could have in 3 days and 2 nights we were there, so makes for a good one. We are back to Mountain Creek, which means we're 1 minute away from the vehicle. You can see it on the other side of the creek sitting there. that our trek is done. It was good times. I'll show you where we were from here. So the lake we were at was up over that ridge in the back. Quite a ways, and that's where we camped. But we were all over that ridge line. We walked, I don't know, 3 hours or something up on the ridge lines up there. So you will have seen that if you're still here. But yeah, that's where we were. So the vehicle still well wrapped in chicken wire. So first things we'll do is we'll get the chicken wire off it, put our stuff in, and then that's it. What do you think, Mark? Did we do it?
We did. We succeeded. It was worth it.
Saw everything we wanted.
Give me a fist bump.
Nice. Yeah, that's the mountain. We were all over it.
All over it.
Excellent. One last look.
Well, thanks for coming along on my trek to the historic Donkey Trail and the resurgence of the Donkey Trail. I want to thank Blake for spurring us on to get back and open up this trail and get back in there. We've met some great people and got some great information through social media, and it's led us on to some adventures that we probably wouldn't have had. We've got some great collaborations going, people who are always reaching out to us with information. We've had the pleasure of collaborating with Mike Nash from the hiking community and Gord Meekin from the caving community. We get some real all-stars from days gone by that are helping us out with information and advice. It seems like every time we make a new post, we get a new tidbit of information, something to check out, some place to look. Have you seen this? Have you been there? Social media has been just tremendous with us. We've also been fortunate to meet some of the YouTubers that are local, Dead Pine Collective and Cabin River Outdoors. We've had conversations with those guys, and it all helps us out. Well, I hope you enjoyed this journey, and I hope somebody takes up the challenge of cleaning up the last of the trail. It's a great little place. Get it open up, make it easy for everybody to get the last little bit done. There's not a lot to go anymore to make it perfect. So anyway, that's it for today. Come back and see what we got going on the next one. Bye now.